can. I actually can start broadcasting, and I think it knocks him off. Could do that, couldn't
I? Oh, there we go. Right, welcome back.
We've been
501. Ooh, this will be an interesting game. Seeing what we're gonna have for dinner. Is that the clip? Oh God. Right, so if I got some inducements here, what are we having? A babe, probably. Yeah.
Oh, I was now when you did that one.
I've just put that into the Twitch chat. If you guys do clip stuff and you think it's cool, please do put a link into the chat here and I'll copy paste it and put it into the Discord. Which score are we at with us on? 16-1-2, I think. Clunch says, with this whole Corona business going around, how much more time do you have to play Blood Bowl? None, pretty much.
Although I'm on holiday this week,
yeah,
I'm going to stream Might and Blade. I don't promise you a great viewing experience. I'm just going to play Might and Blade and stream it.
Defend. Ooh, nice.
Oh, Wolf Benson's has snuck up there, Andy.
Yeah.
See that?
What's that?
Top 3 zones.
Yeah.
So you're not in the top 3 at the moment? Oh, shit.
No, it's really weird. Like, Amazon's...
You were?
Yeah, Amazon's... It was like... It was going really well, and then it wasn't, and then it is, and then it wasn't, and it was just... It's just a bizarre... bizarre one. There's about 7 people that could qualify. Right, he's got 12. We've got no tackle.
Sick as eggs asking when we do more Football Manager streams. Do you know, I haven't bought Football Manager. The one I've got is 2017. I don't know. Is there a market for watching people play that? Probably not, because I'm Mountain Blading, I think. I used to play Football Manager quite a bit.
Hang on,
but what really killed it off for me was us streaming. That so I haven't really got the window of opportunity where I think I'll do that, because instead we tend to be doing this. But I do like the Football Manager series. I mean, I remember playing Championship Manager on the Amiga. Do you remember back when it used to take forever between seasons to do all the thinking? I mean, me and my old business partner used to have it on in the office, playing multiplayer. It was like, right, your turn. I'd go and do some work, and then half an hour later, you go, right, you. And then, it's end of season. Right, I think we'll call that lunch, shall we? And we go for lunch, and we were still thinking about it when we got back. Killjoy's been watching Pyrion's Bannerlord broadcast. There's lots of people playing it, isn't it? Hello, Astrotor. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh, we're back on. What we got?
So we got humans. Someone will do a CCL win rate for this dude, because he's got He's got a good record with his team. I've chosen to defend first here because it's raining and I didn't fancy picking the ball up.
As to tell you, the first person to have made that connection. Bonjour, mon ami.
52 games. He plays Amazons, Humans, and Norse. Ah.
Not so much success with the Norse, though.
Oh yeah, no.
We might just be having a laugh. Oh, sorry, Astro, it is. Hang on. Allow me. There we go. Oh, Negate's just done it. Sorry, Negate. Same thing.
Oh, that's a reroll gone.
Oh, sick as eggs. I used to play Football Manager to death at like 40, 50 seasons I'd fit in.
Oh, Cyclone, thank you very much.
Very kind. Thank you, Cyclone.
I was more the actual point of doing that is to see whether or not people are interested in terms of why. Because think of it this way. Why do people... Hopefully we can keep growing Twitch. So we grow Twitch by taking all the people who play Blood Bowl and saying, hey, come on, look at Twitch. And it's like, it was a hook to see whether or not someone will go, how did you know that? And I know I tell them. But if they don't, then they wouldn't. Oh, Cyclone, you've got a green box now. That's awesome. I think you can get emotes for that. If you'd like an emote or a symbol, I could try and set that up. Don't justify yourself. I think it's interesting. I do. I genuinely do.
I zoned out after the first bit, sorry.
Typical.
I prefer a more direct approach of like, hi, how you doing? We're streaming this, by the way. If you'd like to watch the replay, find it here. You know, something like that. None of your mind games.
It's... Okay.
These are not the VODs you were looking for.
Right, if I put you there, so I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to go and put 1, 2, 3.
Raining.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could get a guard in there, so I would not need to move all of my guard over. So if I put you there.
Oh, AstroTalk. Asymmetrical defences are all the rage these days. They're frightfully chic. They're so in right now. You like an asymmetrical defence, didn't you, Andy?
Oh, massively. Spend all my days thinking about them.
Abs, that's a good point. That management sims, after you've just spent all day at work, do seem a little bit like overtime, don't they? Oh. It's disappointing.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He put all the effort in to make it 3 dice. And then it was those 3 dice. Yeah. Oh, he got that one then.
Never mind.
Oh, well. You've really looked into that. That's very eloquently put. Thank you. Elle says, an asymmetrical defence magnify the usual kicks and kick-off event results. So, a symmetrical defence is more consistent, but asymmetrical defence can spike higher and lower. Beautifully put. We should remember that, so the next time somebody asks, we can look all like erudite and sophisticated.
I'd love to. I'd love to know whether it spikes it lower. Yeah, would very much like to know if it spikes lower.
Andy has a babe, yeah, but she's shat herself recently, so she won't be back for a bit.
Because think so Blitz can't spike. Could it be lower with an asymmetrical? Maybe. Or you could maybe it does, but maybe there's more highs and less lowers. So yes, it does spike lower from time to time, but the general, I think asymmetrical is generally more powerful. I think you get more payoff.
Oh, I'm getting confused now.
Blitz can spike lower.
Belhorus, I don't think we've spoken before. Welcome to the programme. Belhorus says it would probably depend if the opponent's coach could see the holes in the defence. Giljo says, you guys know you can get a user's follow list on Twitch.
I know you used to be able to do it. It felt like Twitch took it away. Oh dear. Interesting.
Well, nice to make your acquaintance formally, Belhorus.
Yeah.
And thank you for lurking.
Keep lurking.
Well, considering the amount of people typically watching a Blood Bowl stream, you know, sort of 100, 200, 300, whatever it may be, and then compare that to the amount of chat, the majority of people lurk. There you go, mind-blowing fact.
True story. There is 2 dice on the ball here. I really shouldn't ignore that. I really should not ignore that.
Hey, Velahobia. Well, you want that, don't you?
Yeah.
You want that.
So
you want it.
Suits you, sir.
There's a lot of humans in this small area. You're quite right, Al. It's almost like overcrowded. Like civic planning's failed us here, hasn't it?
Now that does need to be a knockdown. For this to be a thing, that needs.
It's like London, this, isn't it? It's probably house prices are going to rocket and just the general cost of living. Oh, man.
I mean, there is a surf, of course. There is a surf, right? There's a cheeky surf here.
I'm a surfing Mountain Blade.
Are you?
Just at the moment. Ross says, on the note of defence, I've got a low TV game with Dark Elves later against High Elves. I have 4 blitzers and the rest Linos. The Witch Elf got knackered in the game earlier. Opponent's team is pretty conventional High Elves. Would you recommend going for the smiley face boat or something a bit wider?
Oh, yay!
Andy, that's one for you.
Yeah, I will absolutely come back to that. Apologies.
Well, that helps, doesn't it? Having old Agret out the picture.
Yeah.
So let's see, he just had guard, but I mean that's a good obstacle the other way. Ross, we'll come back to that. All our Andys are currently busy. Please hold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. So you can get to there. So I think we put that guard.
I like the boat defence. That's probably my most used. Partly because it looks like a boat. And that's a lot of fun, right? We did get one most. That's a great name, by the way. An offset boat. Hmm. So you've asked them some questions here, aren't you? Here we go. Oh no!
Oh well, it's still a successful turn.
At least she didn't kill herself.
Yeah, it's still a successful turn that. And I rolled a 1 on the dodge first, so if I'd have done the other way round, that would have gone wrong. So it's still a good turn. Right, sorry, I heard you ask a question, but I didn't pay any attention to it. Where is it? Who asked it? Danger
Ross.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's
On
a
the
big
defence,
question.
I've got a low TV game with Dark Elves versus High Elves. Roughly what sort of team value just out of interest? I have 4 blitzers and the rest linos, which I've got.
I want to say 1300.
A bit wider.
I'm guessing. I'm an invertebrate gambler.
Right. So is
I
it?
mean, I have no backbone. Invertebrate gambler.
Don't know. So the actual defence you choose is not going to be the same for all points in the match because turn 1.
Ooh. Sidestep, yes, please.
Yeah, you're going there as well.
Southeast, isn't it? It's got to be. Got to be.
Yeah. So the reason for that is because imagine it's turn 0, and you're choosing to defend. At that point, you have 2 victory conditions in that half, and the first victory condition is that your opponent scores on about turn 3, 4, 5. Then you score at turn 8. It's 1-1. Half result 1-1. And the reason that's fine is because then in your drive you score on turn 16, you win the game 2-1. Or you have another victory condition, which is your opponent scores on turn doesn't score, so you hold them out at 0-0. 0-0 and 1-1 are exactly the same from a scoreline perspective. Oh dear. And you get to choose. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So if that's the case, then your opponent could could burst down a sideline straight away, and it'd be fine. Because then you hustle them into the end zone and they score quickly. That's fine. Or you hold them out. So you can go for either. You can go for the wide defence, which is I'm playing for 0-0, or you can go for concentrate firepower in the centre and make them run down the sideline, which is 1-1. But in the second half, if they've already scored, you need to hold them out. Your opponents have terrible dice. I think so. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Right, we're done. Good.
That's too many words, was it? Sorry.
I don't know, I zoned out. I started reading my how to get homeworking working manual. There we go.
Block. So,
upon the opposite sidestep. Absolutely shafted me in my last Rebel game. Seized Dark Elves with mass blodge sidestep. I was just thinking, could I sit here doing smithing in Bannerlord and stream? Could I do that? No, probably won't.
You probably shouldn't.
Yeah, but I really want to do smithing, and I think it would be quite a lot of waiting around and stuff. But I really want to do it.
Really should have followed that up.
I want to make the world's finest weapon. The ultimate weapon.
I need a guard. Where? Oh, it's not that. Right.
Watrick says it is in a lot of waiting around. Yeah, it would be. Oh, I know Velahope. You could completely ignore it, couldn't you? I mean, it's not bad for smelting. So, like, you get a weapon, smelt it that you take off somebody you've killed, loot as if you will, smelt it down into the constituent bits, and they're worth far more than the weapon. So, for example, a Bogo sword is like 100 and something buttons, pennies, dinars. But the two bits of iron, the bit of wood, whatever that you smelt it down into, is worth about 500.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely want to do that just for money early on. Polyopsis says you have a team that has an agility up and a guard blitzer. Just roll doubles on the level up, but he has a niggle as well. It's really bugging me. If I'm going to have dinner, how many servings should I have? Well, I only discovered this because I was watching one of the YouTube commentaries on it,
Oh dear.
and particularly for low value weapons, and it's not worth doing it once you're richer than God and taking cities and castles. It doesn't matter anymore. But early on, when you're a bit tight for cash and you're trying to get your 14,000 for your olive press or whatever. So a Bogo sword smelted down is worth 2 to 3 times what the sword itself is worth.
Why is that, by the way? Because you'd think that in the real world, a sword that's been finished is worth more than a sword that is constituent parts.
It's a bit like having a 1998 Zafira, Andy, that you break it down for parts. So whilst it's worth 250 quid as a car, it's worth 700 quid in bits.
Right, okay.
So it's the same as that. Oh dear. I didn't watch Spiffing Brit Watrick. Says, do you know, his videos are from a very certain point of view. So whilst I quite like the cut of his jib, what he actually says doesn't make me like the game more. So I think his videos are fun rather than liking what he says. The opposite is true, I'd say, of Legend of Total War, that his demeanour really can sometimes make the skin crawl. But what he actually says, the content, is very often correct. I've been watching Surreal Beliefs because he's quite entertaining how he plays it. I've been watching some. Is it Zurkovic? Has got excellent insight. So Zurkovic is very good. Surreal Beliefs I like. I did start watching a bit of Carnage, but he was just playing it new to the game and didn't really learn anything from him. Oh, I know Legend of Total War uses the gimmick of being abrasive. I know. I mean, I watched loads of his stuff, so I don't hate him. I've got a different approach to, I think, to life. I don't think he'd be a lot of fun at parties. You know what I mean? Carthage, him anyway. CHOO, COHH. God, words. He's staggeringly popular, and I don't really get why. I guess it's time invested. He's all right, but he's not like mega engaging. He's not like when you watch, say, Call of Cthulhu, Adam on here, who's just like different and really, I would say he's far more impressive. That when you watch him stream, I think that's aspirational. I watch Co Carthage and think I could do that. Except he's a multi-millionaire with a massive stream. Obviously, we're not.
Got to.
Not seen Stubby. Oh, well done.
Thanks. Right, so
Let's have a quick look at the YouTube history and see who we've been watching recently. Has I missed any? La 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 la. Oh, that's slow.
One.
Chop chop.
Right. There. So you can go there, and you can go all the way around there if I pick the ball up. So the next thing to do is the correct next move is that one. Yeah, that is the correct next move.
Yeah, Zurkovic was very good in terms of how does it actually work. I like that.
Pick it up. Yes.
Now,
how far forward can I actually go? So if I go there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go there and there. So I can actually go there. So we can go and get ourselves into scoring range. You get to go there. You get to go there.
cheers.
Something went ding dong in my ears.
Hmm?
Something went. No. Oh, I don't know that yet.
Oh, Lagavulin, thank you very much indeed for the first time subscription. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Ah, brilliant. Thank you very much.
First time subscribe. Make a fuss, Andy.
I will in just a second.
Astrotor is speculating that your opponent is not set up for handling an 8-turn grind score versus Amazons.
I think you may be right.
Yeah.
I think you may be right. Oh, I'm not going to get that name right, but Lagavulin? Lagavulin. Thank you very much, Lagavulin. That's awesome. Thank you. Did you find us from YouTube, by the way? And for you YouTube fans out there, we have put, let's say...
Podiopsis had a question.
Oh, right. I will answer that question in a second, Podiopsis. I have removed adverts this month from all the YouTube stuff this month.
Is that to support the NHS?
It's to support people who might want to watch stuff. I don't know. Well, I just assumed it would be a thing. Yes! Originally through YouTube. Yes! Winner! Good. What did you like?
Did you see the exhibition match between my Orcs and Andy's Dark Elves?
The
best video ever.
What? It's not the best video ever.
It is.
No, it's not.
It really is.
What? I haven't seen Apodopsis' question. Really important question for Andy. Oh, so Andy, I've started to think about playing Blood Bowl, and I have a team that has Nagio. Oh, right, found you. What team is it? What? I'm going to paste that into the chat now. So I can go back to GPAT. So Andy, I've started to think about... Right. Thinking about Blood Bowl and a team that has Agi and a guard blitzer. Right. Oh, please hold on. Everett's calling me.
Best YouTube video by us ever. Cat Villarma says it was a recommendation by Jimmy. Well, yes, sure. I'm sure it was. Polyepsis says, does Andy put games on YouTube where he wigs out and gets real mad? He puts them all on YouTube, so occasionally, yeah, sure.
What's that?
Nothing. So, do you think if Joe Exotic gets out of prison that he'll become a daytime streamer?
Who?
Nothing. I've just seen similarities, aren't I?
Get him down. Don't that can then go there.
How are you doing on numbers? You got one knocked out. I think Joe Exotic would break terms of service pretty quick. He should leave the gun, shouldn't he? Although, if you had a tiger on the stream, that would be probably quite popular, I'd imagine. I mean, people like cats, don't they? I mean, Tuco was quietly famous. Thursday from Canoe's stream. Sage's cat, the name of whom I cannot remember.
We have a slight problemette here.
Is Andy allergic to cats? Yeah, I don't know if it applies to tigers, though.
Oh, no. I've got to mess that turn up.
Was Tiger King really popular in America? Everybody's seen it over here except Andy. I thought that was quite compelling viewing myself. A lot of people didn't like it, but I watched it all and thought, well, bloody hell, I didn't think zoos were quite like that. Yeah, same over here, El. Carol fucking Baskin, eh? Oof. Hello, Uniform. How you doing? Hang on, lunch is ready and you need to go and have it. What? You haven't caught COVID yet? Well, don't. It sounds terrible. What are you doing? Sorry about this, viewers. Andy's, I think, writing a novel in Twitch chat. Chapter 3. It was a dark and stormy afternoon.
Oh dear. Right,
The clouds roiled across the sky like angry elephants.
No.
Grey,
Right, you said
grey and foreboding.
You said we should be direct, so I went direct.
And succinct.
Yeah, it was succinct.
Killjoy says, what's the Tiger series about? Well, it starts off about, here's a bloke with a zoo in America. And you think, oh, fair enough. But then what happens? Bloody hell. It's this guy with a zoo and his battle with some animal rights woman. But she's no angel. Oh, no. And then the shenanigans that happen as he ducks and dives and bobs and weaves.
Hello, Jeremy.
Check it out, Killjoy. It really is quite remarkable. Shenanigans, yes. Machinations, all that sort of stuff. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's the best telly ever. It's like car crash TV. You keep watching it going, well, what the hell's going to happen next?
Zunk, ring me if he starts unpausing it.
Why? Has he said he's gonna? Wait. So what's the deal? Has Andy gone to go and make a casserole and be back in a couple of hours? Oh, Ava called it, right? No, I can't hear that element of it. Carol fucking Baskin, yeah. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, exactly. Language, please. It's a family show. I'm doing it now. Hi, Cyclone. Andy's gone for dinner. I think a bottle broke in the kitchen or something like that. We don't know where he's gone. Lunch. He was talking about lunch, but surely that's just a case of Ava hands him the bucket. Well, I suppose. Or we'll talk about Bannerlord instead then. So, what do you think about Carol Baskin? Do you think Carol has? Yeah, I'll start again. Who do you think Carol Baskin's husband? Who do you think killed Carol Baskin's husband? She did, obviously. Definitely. It was either her or henchman of her. Obviously. He was going to bin her off. Mind you, his former wife and 2 daughters, weren't they charming? What a lovely family they were. He's got the gas station to buy some cigarettes. It could be. Cyclone says, who's Carol Baskin? She's a character in the Tiger King on Netflix, Cyclone. Compelling real-life drama TV. So anyway, in Mountain Blade, I can't decide what weapons to specialise. I'm thinking sword and shield. Oh, you're back. I'm thinking sword and shield. I think I'll probably have a dabble with everything.
Cool.
You're back, are you? Wonderful.
Yep.
Seems a nice fella. Yes, exactly uniform. What a pleasant chap. I think I'd be all right blocking melee weapons with a two-handed weapon. To be honest, Mark, the bit that concerns me is missile fire, because missile fire with a shield, you're probably going to be fine. But without one, can you block an arrow with a 200 sword? I mean, can you go full Deadpool and cut an arrow in half? If I'm a Jedi. I could be a Jedi, couldn't I, in Mountain Blade? Use a shield till you get close and switch. Yeah. So what are you thinking? Sword and shield, 2-hander javelins, or sword and shield, 2-hander lance? Couching lances is pretty good for fun and games, isn't it? Though, do you need to couch it? Can you not just use a massive 2-hander and get basically the same effect? Definitely a lance, right? Yeah, we'll go for lance. I mean, if you're going for a 2-hander, you want something that's got massive length. But no, really, because go lance, sword, and shield. Would you take javelins as well, Velhopia? Because javelins are basically 5 free kills unless you're a bit unlucky and they block it.
There we go. Right, onto the food.
That's true, Arcanalax. That's not a bad pickup tactic, is it? Sort of, hey, I've got a tiger cub, want to come pet it? Sure. Can you get tigers downstairs once you've taken them up? So it probably can. That'd be fine. Panef, hello, mate. How you doing? What's the subject? I was talking about Bannerlord Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, whilst Andy was... I don't know exactly what you were doing. What were you doing, Andy?
I went to fetch my lunch. I've got the first half of it here.
What you having for the second half? Same again.
Not sure what Eva's doing. So I've got.
So you've got a 15-inch pizza for now, and then what's the second half of the other 15-inch pizza?
She said I wasn't allowed all of it, so I left a third.
She wasn't allowed the other one. So you've got 1.67 recurring, sorry, 1.667 pizzas, have you?
Yeah, I think so.
Why are you not really fat?
Oh.
Because you're not. I mean, you aren't. But the amount of food you... It's pizzas. He's not old enough. He's 40. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
I've just had a little bowl of melon and some coconuts, and I'm feeling like I've put on half a stone. Is Andy 40? And yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. Mostly.
Virtually.
Yeah, nearly.
Close enough that he can't really argue the toss without sounding pedantic. He looks 30.
Thanks very much.
Well, I hope they all think you look 30. Alf, from a lady's perspective, Beth, you can get in on this. How old do you reckon Andy looks? But it's going weight with beer. Not at the moment they don't, mate. I haven't had a pint for ages. The pubs are all shut. Al reckons mid-30s.
Oh, okay.
Andy, are you smearing Vaseline over your Logic 902 webcam to make you look younger?
I don't think so.
Astrotour thinks you're 35 to 38. That's pretty accurate, actually. 40. With that beard, 45.
Might not need the blitz now. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Toast Debate reckons you've had so much stress from Blood Bowl, it's de-aged you. The curious case of Andy Button.
No, you need to go that way, haven't you? Right.
I don't know. Most. I mean, you've got your Tom Cruises and that Bradley Pitt fella who seem to defy aging pretty much. Yeah, they don't really look their age.
No, they don't.
I thought that as well, Killjoy. I quite like Bradley Pitt's films usually. But that one was just a bit odd. Yeah, I didn't really love it. No, I'm with you on that. Better off just watching Predator again, aren't you? No, we are with Predator. I'm going to make a lovely coffee because I really want one.
Okay.
I'll see you in 2 minutes. Oh, Gajais says, hi Gajais, spent most of the year under the false assumption it was going to be 40 that year, but actually got the date wrong.
Oh.
I'll go and make one uniform and then ask me again. I'll tell you all about it. Tom Cruise has procedures.
Does he?
Still looks young though, doesn't he? Back in a jiff. He's 55, Tom Cruise, something like that. He's certainly a couple of years older than me.
He does all his own stunts as well. Right, hopefully we can get a knockdown here. If we can. Let's follow that up. So, he should have been there. So when I went there, I should have gone there with a go for it into there. Because I've left a 1 dice, I've left 3+, 5+ for a 1 dice sack. Which isn't very good. Yeah. Tom Cruise is the same age as Boris Johnson. Oh. Sorry about this, folks. If you're new to the show, that's Zunk making coffee. It is possibly the loudest thing in the world, but never mind. I heard the coffee runner immediately. I actually want a cup of coffee now. I really want a cup of coffee.
You make me happy.
Oh, you know when I started eating pizza, did you suddenly start thinking about pizza as well? Oh. Oh. The sarcasm implied. Ah. So how many more players do I need to go? So if you went there, I could blitz dodge my way through. Yeah. So now I got a mighty blow hit into a go for it. Yeah. Okay. Big question. Did you do that with ball carrier because she's got mighty blow for the block? Yes, Elle. Holy. Okay, well I was hoping more of them would stay out than that. It's made the second half quite an interesting challenge. You got 5 out of 6 back. Well, we caused a lot in the first place, so I suppose you take the positive, which was you caused all the KOs. And the ogre's out and a mighty blow's out. So what's he down to? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got 9. 16, 1, 2. So really what we're saying there, Extra Arms Party, is we need to smash out another sort of 8 games of Amazons. Because actually what we're saying is it's not a thing. He's got 10. Oh, what? Have I miscounted? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have as well. He's got 10. Yeah, like, if I played one more and go top, it's not going to be, I'm done. There's a guy's on 14 and 0. Bloody hell. Yeah, like you'd probably need an 80 something record. Yeah, I think it's 5. Sorry everyone, let me just fix Zunk. Right, that's fixed Zunk. I just need to notice when he comes back now. I think I need 5 wins. Or a record that's 80 something. So currently 74. How many more wins, El, to get to 80? Do you know? No, it is raining. Can I afford to try and pick the ball? So I'm going to set up to pick up the ball with him. So I reckon you'll probably get one turn of it being alright. Mighty Blow on the 2 non-blocks. If we set up like that, although he's got the movement, I don't see him. So that's not breaking through. The only blitz were... So actually the catch is this side, so I should flick this round. Doink. 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 So the point of that is that the catcher is on this side, so he's slightly more mobile there than he is on this side. Yeah. I could go there. If I went there and... If I went there and there... Puts a guard in and he has to get a knockdown. So I think that's slightly better. And actually you go there. You go there because then he's got to go all the way around. So a blitz. We might. We're not too vulnerable. Oh, perfect. Oh, and a touchback. Wow. Don't we have a rookie blitzer? We did. Chug Lady Milk, collect the ball. We're going to have to just... That's not a block now. There's the blitz. Was that Mighty Blow? It was. Brilliant. So he's down to 9. Blitz can be done with that line woman. Now we can choose. Do we play... So I've got 2 guards on this side, so I reckon if we go and stand guard, ball carrier, and swing it in there, and put you in here, I reckon this works. So I reckon you go there, you go there. Sorry, you go there, you go there, you go there. There. Oh, I've not left myself any block pieces. There we go. Fixed. Hello, Zunk.
Unmute me, you twat.
Have done. Don't worry.
Thanks. Right, so how do I make the coffee? It's not rocket science, folks, but so filtered water, that's important. Mocha pot, you know, one of those metal things you sit on the stove.
Hello.
Just talking about coffee. Ground espresso coffee beans into the pot, boil it up, milk, heat the milk, froth the milk, add together, bit of brown sugar. Mwah. Here's Megatron. And Elle, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you very much, Medine.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Welcome back.
That's for Emma.
Your soup, yeah? How about your soup, Emma?
She's been playing outside in the garden all day. Elle.
The last time she did that, she was covered in shit, wasn't she?
Small child, look.
Yeah, Elle, check it, baby.
I need to fix it because it's green screened out. There we go.
I just hang up the phone and written a text that you're on the toilet.
Oh.
Megatron's adorable. I feel like that sort of thing, I suppose. She does seem quite a hit with the viewers, I must say.
Oh, do you want to go now, do you?
Ava brought her with her, Elle.
No, she didn't. It's connected, isn't it? It's stuck. It's charging on the computer.
What, the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Have you got a new phone these days, by the way?
I don't know.
Well, my phone contract is such that the phone's all paid for, so I'm back down to £5 a month. So I could just pay £5 a month and rub my hands together and go, woohoo, I'm paying only £5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep emailing me going, do you want to upgrade your phone? I'm thinking, do I?
There you go.
Would it really change my life? Would it really make me... Megatron's ringing me.
What?
I tell you, let me ring Megatron, that'll cheer her up.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why? Why?
No.
Did they show you all my what picture I've got of Andy on my phone? Oh, I can't do that without showing them your phone number.
Hang on.
Probably shouldn't do that. Actually, Duderino's in the background of your phone picture.
Hooray! Right, let's see whether this is a good idea or not.
Live and ready to start in 4 minutes. Yeah, I missed that one, sorry.
Right. Hang on, Emma. Did you just put your finger into Nando's sauce and then decide you didn't like it? I think you did.
This stuff writes itself. I have nothing to add.
I think you did. She's put her finger in it again. Emma, no! Oh, God.
No! It'll make you sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it burning your face now? It's burning your face. Oh, it's all over Daddy's phone now. Oh, yay. And it's on your hair. And it's on Daddy's t-shirt.
Oh no, I've got Nando's sauce on me. Quick, get it off. She's astounded with the
She actually quite
nightmare
likes
that's
it.
unfolding.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she also quite likes playing in shit.
Oh, dear. Well, that turn went all right, didn't it? We'll put that down there for the time being. I'm going to work out how to clean it. There we go. Do you not find Amazon's a bit boring, says Real Red Baron. Red Hair. I think they're effective, I think, is probably a fair way of describing them. I can't see Andy being smug. Come on, I don't be smug.
Children will eat anything except Nando's. Well, they'll put it in their mouth. They'll put anything in the mouth, won't they? Like goldfish or coins or biscuits or tennis balls. But they're not necessarily food. In the same way, many things come in bottles, like Nando's sauce, but it's not necessarily food.
I was quite a humble person.
You're quite a crumble person. Do you prefer apple or apricot or rhubarb? I'm thinking you're a rhubarb.
Cat's tails. What does that mean?
Things that children will put in their mouths that aren't necessarily food. Distorters, right? Marbles, Legos. Oh, Distorter, good news. Welcome to Gorkicidal Tendencies. You're on the team, brother. Tennis balls are too big for children's mouths. They don't necessarily fit them all the way in. Just imagine sort of that kind of, Berry crumble. What sort of berries, El?
Oh, does anyone know how to cook rhubarb, by the way? Completely unrelated. The reason I asked that is because we've got a rhubarb plant in our garden, and it needs chopping down.
Crumble. Andy, rhubarb, crumble, definitely. That's it.
Okay.
There is no more. Any crumble is wonderful. I mean, Nando's sauce crumble, as long as you pick the sauce out, would be fine, wouldn't it?
Twat.
You know when you go to the supermarket and there's just shelf after shelf after shelf of nothing?
Yeah.
Just nothing. Until you get to one section.
Yeah.
And there's fucking loads of it.
All right. What section's that, Zunk?
I think you find it in the condiments and sauces section, Andy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandma used to make apricot crumble, which was very good. But I think I'd like blueberry or blackberry crumble. El, let's go and have crumble once all this craziness is over. Now, with your crumble, would you have evaporated milk or custard or cream? For me, single cream on crumble.
Cream crumble.
Oh, ice cream. Well, I suppose you could, couldn't you? I just like the standard cream, really. A lot of love for ice cream and custard. I just keep thinking about playing Bannerlord, Andy.
Don't.
I want to.
You shouldn't. It's bad for you. Make your eyes fall out.
Well, evaporated milk is like poor man's cream, El. I tell you what it is very much like is, you get in Holland, in the Netherlands, you get coffee milk. It's like that. Carnation milk comes in tins. That's very good as a single cream substitute.
Yeah. Right, if we go and put you there, actually, you there,
Oh, God, crumble.
block there, and we can send you round the top.
It is ages. Well, you make banoffee pie out of condensed milk, don't you?
I don't know.
You boil it in a can, which last time I did that, the can actually warped, and I was a bit concerned of like, well, is this going to explode? Because that would be bad.
Boink!
Well, it turns into a kind of gloopy top. Well, the gloopy toffee bit in banoffee pie, that is boiled condensed milk. Boiled in a can, obviously not. Don't just empty it into a can. That would be terrible.
Hang on, what? So you take a literal metal can? I'm just listening to this conversation. You take a literal metal can of soup of the stuff, and you just put
condensed
it on
milk.
and you put it without opening it on the stove.
No, in a pan of boiling water.
Ah, right. So what stops the can exploding?
Nothing. You just gotta hope it doesn't. I was wondering that myself, because this is the instructions. You boil it in the can because it heats it and then it turns into a kind of toffee mixture.
So I mean, thinking back to my
Oh, you're supposed to put a hole in the top.
But then doesn't it leak out the top?
That might have helped, Bellhorus, but I assumed it was pressure that helped make it toffee as well as the heat.
But hang on.
It didn't explode. It just deformed slightly. The lid sort of bowed a bit.
Oh dear. Right. So hang on a second. What we're saying then is you've got. So I'm just imagining a can, right? That's sort of this size, maybe a bit bigger to be honest, because I had more biscuits before.
No, it's
right?
about that big, Andy.
Yeah. And you
It's
put.
about that ton.
And you put.
Smaller than that. Smaller than that.
All right.
Eat a few more biscuits, Andy, just for the purpose of the demonstration,
All right.
if you wouldn't mind.
Sure thing. I will nail some more biscuits momentarily. But what we're saying then is, seriously, what we do is you eat some of. No, you don't eat some of the can. You. Oh God.
It's that or Nando's sauce. I mean, the bloodied mouth, the lacerated esophagus. It's
Oh
worth
no!
it.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead, Jim, but not as we know it.
Sure, why not? So anyway, yeah.
No, but seriously, so hang on, right. Oh, it's my turn again. These 2-minute turns, they don't make conversation easy.
This is quite a simple step when making banoffee pie, by the way, mate. You do not want to know how you make the base. That is well complicated.
What?
Would anybody like the complete recipe for how to make banoffee pie? Has it come to this?
That's annoying.
But it's worth it, though, because banoffee pie is absolutely excellent. I really like it. And it's good for you as well. It's got bananas in it.
You say that.
When I first had it, I thought... I mean, I was a bit drunk at the time. It was at a New Year's Eve party. And the wife of the host, or the hostess, if you will, had made banoffee pie, amongst all the other things, you know. And I was thinking that it was named after some town in Canada called Banoffee.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a hybrid of the word banana and toffee.
Oh.
Mind literally blown when this was explained.
Wow.
Was it in the 70s? No, it was in the 80s. Ages. I wasn't really thinking clearly, and it just seemed entirely logical at the time. You know, it's like one of those decisions like, yeah, mate, extra chili sauce on that, please. It was one of those. I was drunk, Mark. I wasn't thinking clearly, and it was only for a. You know, I asked the question, then it was explaining. It was like, oh well, that's obvious now. You say so, sure. El's pointing out that your opponent did ask you not to surf his whole team, and he was very polite about it. Gajai says there's a lovely place in Canada called Banff.
Really? He did not.
Let's go to Nando's, said no one ever.
Oh, he did. Yes.
There's a lad at work who works in the planning team, who also, just for the money, works part-time in the Granby Street Nando's. And when this was being revealed, he was very coy about it. He was very kind of...
Don't get it. Okay. Do you know what I'm going to do?
He was using the I was just following orders defence, you know. They just had a dream he'd moved to Canada a while back. I know quite a few people moved to Canada. It's doesn't seem a bad idea, does it?
Nope.
Don't you move to Canada? You're hard enough to deal with as it is, never mind throw in a time zone difference. Oh, God, can you imagine? I'm just having a look at FaceTube as one of my pals posted something I thought was quite funny. Just want to share it with you. Go on, carry on.
1 minute. I'm eating. What I was going to say was, I don't know actually.
Where is it? I never find anything on FaceTube. It's like Reddit.
Reddit's great.
What? Oh, sure, yeah.
Wait, what?
Reddit. You said it was great. I don't.
Right, can we get both of these?
Oh, did anybody see, by the way, on Netflix, just going off on a tangent,
No!
Sunderland Till I Die? It's fantastic. It's basically 2 entire series of programmes about the demise of Sunderland Football Club and their scroty, horrible little fans crying about it. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it.
Cyclone's asked that twice and not had an answer. Cyclone, what have you asked twice?
Sorry, I was reading this. Sorry, say again, Cyclone. What's he asking?
I don't know, I'm going to find Cyclone's chit-chats.
Oh, don't make me scroll up and look for a question. That's the most difficult thing ever. He said F. What else is he?
He'll say it again, it's fine.
Please say it again. I'm never going to find it.
Okay.
Killjoy says, guys, if your significant other started doing photo shoots to sell to make money, would it be too much for you guys? Well, it depends what she was taking pictures of.
Yeah, we're talking full nudity, including problem regions.
Oh, what you mean? Like your wife like photography? Does she? Know what I mean? No, she don't. She wink me. That. It's such an academic question. No, I think I'd be all right with it. You know, so it's up to her really, I suppose. I mean, you know, if she was making good money down the docks doing favours for sailors, I'd draw the line. Sure, that will buy a pink Cadillac.
What?
Nothing. But yeah, sure, it's up to her. I mean, if it's your idea, that's wrong. You mustn't do that. That's only if it's her idea. Yeah, that's my answer. I still can't find this bloody thing on FaceTube.
Don't worry, Cyclone, you didn't get surfed. You did the surfing. Hunt or be hunted. Yeah. Andy rather got away with that one.
So, as a result of coronavirus, as many businesses have suffered, companies making bras have gone bust, local submarine manufacturers gone under, manufacturer of flute blenders has gone into liquidation, dog kennel had to call in the retrievers,
Receivers sunk.
company supplying paper for origami enthusiasts has folded, local strip club went tits up, Interflora's pruning back its operations, and Dino Rod's gone down the drain. Worst part is local ice cream seller's been found dead, covered in hundreds and thousands. He topped himself. On the upside, the local chandlery sales are through the roof. Surf or be surfed. Well, I think that could be a top quiz show that we get some minor celebrities on. Maybe get Vern and Kate to host it. Surf or be surfed. Paddy McGuinness isn't doing much these days, is he? Probably get him cheap.
Hot soul.
Hello, hi.
I look really pale.
Well, so do I, but only because I've got light shining on me. He's doing
You get the
Tuck
reflection off the bottom of your face.
to the bottom of my face.
I went. We're like light and dark, aren't we? So I've got like the.
Well, you've got light glistening off your chin. There, take that.
I've got a hole in the beard just there.
Bazman Scrub says Paddy McGuinness is doing Top Gear. I don't think anybody noticed, Baz. It's all about Grand Tour these days, isn't it?
Oh, you can answer the question on how this team voting has gone for next season and if it's still on. Sure, it is still on.
Sorry, again. Was that Cyclone's question, so I can stop looking for it?
You there. You there. Actually, fuck it. Spam guard.
It's in Fuba. Uniform asks, do you rate the tree on wood elves? I believe the answer is in Champ Ladder, not necessarily, but you can.
Yeah.
But in a perpetual league, definitely.
Yeah.
Cyclone says people still watch Top Gears. Only when Grand Tour's not on. Well, Fifth Gear had...
There we go.
Fifth Gear had Tiff Nadella, who was quite good, and Vicky Benson and Edgers, who was like petrol head Totty. She's getting on a bit now, but I quite like Fifth Gear.
Phil, I hope he says nobody's next season. Not unless someone buys Duderino's votes. Bribes him with a Nando's or something.
What, threatens him with one?
No, 211.86 is probably a long way out, actually. Somewhat, yeah. No, it is realistically it's going to be Norse. However, I am going to try and run 2 teams next season, so if someone can catch Wood Elves up past Skaven, the Wood Elves are still in with a shot.
Didorino's got 76,000. What's the offer?
I don't know, I'm staying out probably. So how many votes?
Get Ronin to lend you one of the F-35s the weekend if you want to, Dorino.
How many votes have you got there? So it's 10,000 votes. 10,000 points is 5 votes. So you've got 7 fives worth of votes. You sat on 35 votes.
Plus another 2. 37 votes.
So he could get the Wood Elf coach from. He could catch them up single-handedly. You just need someone else like him, and then you would be there.
Distorter's got a Dragon Princess calendar from 1995. What, the Wood Elf Shock Cav, the High Elf Shock Cav Dragon Prince, or is it something else?
Oh, wow.
Tirano says in Spain there is no Nando's. Well, it's a very civilised society, Spain. I bet there aren't any in Italy either. Places famed for good cuisine.
I object to that.
Ah, right, okay.
So I could put you there. Gunnar could get surf, but he can get there.
No, with you, Distorter. Well, Dragon Princes were about the best cavalry around, weren't they? There was Demigryph Knights, Dragon Princes, Blood Knights. They were all pretty good. Problem is, in the Warhammer Total War game at the moment, cavalry is just not that effective. So even the best cavalry really kind of struggled to do the job. I think the problem is that when you charge Hammer and Anvil styley, they get bogged down in the infantry, and they're not very good at melee, even though the stats imply that they should.
Made the most of this.
I think for Warhammer 3 Total War, they need to give cavalry some love, because they just don't do what they say on the tin very well. Is my my feelings about it. Yeah, but even if you do micro it, what will typically happen is your initial charge will be good, and you want to drag them out, but they get bogged down. It's very difficult for them to withdraw, harder than it should be. I think that's the bit where it goes wrong. I'm stealing a lot of this, by the way, from Legend of Total War, but I think he's right. That the initial charge, great, but then it's like, right, you've been there 5 seconds, I want you to pull back out and do it again. But they get all snaffled up in melee.
Or they just need to be better at meleeing. You could fix it that way.
Well, these things are sort of, 2-ton war horses that if they decide they want to disengage, surely they could.
I don't know.
They should go straight through and regroup. It depends how thick the line is, I suppose, Distorter. But what happens is that depending on which ones they are, they make a certain amount of dent into whatever they've charged, but then get stuck. Hello, Stray Light Sailor. Hiya, here's Megatron.
Daddy? Yes? This is for Emma. This is for Emma.
Oh, really, Emma?
For Emma. You have to sit down. Sit down. Baby sits straight down. And then stands up and walks off.
Floor. Yeah, it sounds like you're going to teach her to fetch next.
No, I'm not going to teach her to fetch. I'm expecting it. The reason you ask her to sit down is because she doesn't get bits everywhere all over the house. She just gets bits in some places.
The Outriders and Pistoliers, I don't think they're OP, but they are very good.
I don't know. Never been a fan.
Missile troops, though, where it's at. Yeah, but if you pull them out as soon as they've hit, you're missing out on a lot of the point that the charge bonus lasts for 10 seconds. And if you just whip them out straight away, you haven't really achieved very much. They don't do much.
Oh, is it 10 seconds? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No!
Jenny, stop being dead.
Fuck's sake!
Florence.
No!
Florence gone. Florence is gone, hasn't she? Oh no. Oh no. Jenny's dead. Oh no. Well, that's a blow. It's worse than that uniform. They're all dead. Uh-oh.
This team's kind of dead now.
Chaziras, Bonshiras. Nice to make your acquaintance. Don't think we've spoken before. And I love that name. That's very difficult to say. Welcome to the show. Godly Avang, likewise.
You've
How you
got
doing?
biscuit, haven't you?
Hello, Adrian. What's Megatron doing, Andy?
Eating a biscuit.
Oh, okay. Watrix reminds you that just your game to be played in his division now. Isn't that tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, Watrix.
Don't fancy losing any other players.
Oh, right. Yeah, Watrix knew that. Sorry, man. Hello, Magic. How you doing? I mean, this has all gone great, apart from Jenny's dead.
Yeah, I've lost another guard. And it's worse than that. The blitzers are expensive. I don't have the money to replace them. So I've not had... You remember, like, 4 games ago I lost 2 blitzers? I still haven't gone back to just having the 4 blitzers on the team. Which is really bad.
Amazon's though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. This is
the curse of AV7.
yeah. And I did Apothecary badly hurt earlier, so it's kind of on me.
I didn't want to draw attention to that, Andy, but it is completely on you.
Oh well. It happens. It happens.
There, we've said it. It'll be all right.
Oh, that's just, and she was just getting towards tackle as well.
It'll be fine. It's part of Amazon's, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's part of the gate. It's part of the deal. That's a good question. Where is Jenny's on? She's dead, Dave.
Yeah, that's true.
Apart from that, this game went awfully well, didn't it?
Result-wise, it went fine.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Plenty of points.
Yeah. Oh, the blitz is a shame. So we've had 3 out of the 4 blitzes killed in the last four games. Outright deaded.
Like Black April, this, isn't it, for you?
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. You can reroll them. Yeah, I know. We can pick them back up again. It'll be alright. It'll be alright.
Welcome to the list, Straylight. Cyclone, he's showing your age there, sunshine. We can rebuild them. We have the technology.
What's that from?
Make them stronger, faster, better than they were before. That is from the $6 Million Man opening titles, mate. Lee Majors is Steve Austin.
Oh, we can replace one of the blitzers.
Astrotor says another tactic with cavalry is you can charge the same unit with multiple cavalry, but not at the same time. Yes. Oh, Astrotor, I get this. I played lots and 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 lots of Total War. I just think I'd summarise: can you make cavalry work? Yes, but are they value for money given how expensive they are and how much micromanagement they need? I'd say no. I'd say you'd be better off just using a tactic of, well, depending what race you're playing, I suppose, but broadly missile or artillery, you can just use infantry to tie down your opponent and do it that way. Well, I've done that before. El.